Hingham TV thanks you for watching this presentation. We'd love for you to become a member and use your creativity at our station. Please visit hinghammedia.org or call us at 781-836-5094 if you'd like to learn more.
Today is a big day for Troop 1. It's part of our annual Christmas tree pickup service, which we do as a fundraiser for residents in the town and helps us raise money for the costs involved with scouting and with the maintenance of our property, the Troop 1 Scout House over on Levitt Street. So we'll be driving through town today and tomorrow, and we're collecting over 900 Christmas trees this weekend and then bringing them to the Hingham Transfer Station for disposal.
But we've got a lot to do. We have volunteers who put articles in the Hingham Journal. They get trucks. They get trucks donated, or they rent them. They get the registrations, and they get the paperwork with the Hingham Transfer Station. There's the whole checklist or project plan of stuff that we have to do to get ready for the tree drive. It usually starts around November 1st or so, and our public activities typically start around December 1st, sending out emails to people, trying to get them to go to the website. We stand out at the transfer station one day and hand out leaflets. So there's a lot of activity that all kind of culminates today. So it's a big, exciting day. We're probably going to pick up 1,000 trees today and a similar number tomorrow.
A lot of people ask, we take these donations in, what is it for? Okay. What it allows us to do, what people don't realize is Troop 1 is one of the oldest troops in the country. That's why we're Troop 1. We're one of the 3 oldest troops in the country. We actually predated Boy Scouts when they came to America, when everyone was getting chartered and all. So back, I want to say 60, 70 years ago, we got donated the house up on Levitt Street, which is the Troop 1 Boy Scout house, and it requires funds to take care of that. That's one part of it. The other is that we have a troop of 40 young men who we're trying to train to be good citizens, to be prepared. These lists of statistics that tell you that 1 Boy Scout in 10 will save someone's life in their lifetime. 1 Boy Scout in 20 will save his own life. You go through these whole things. And to do that, we need to prepare them through camping, through whitewater rafting trips, through community service, and what these funds allow us to do is exactly that. To have the equipment and the ability to have them go to these different things to learn and become better citizens.
We did last Saturday, which I believe was December 31st. We're doing both Saturday and Sunday this weekend, January 7th and 8th, and we're doing next Saturday, January 14th. So that's not typical for us to do it on 4 days. We typically do 3 days, but the way the calendar worked out this year, it just seemed to be better to have an early option and then kind of a main option this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and then next week is kind of the last option. We take orders via a website called hinghamtreedrive.com. And we also have a Facebook page and Hingham Tree Drive and telephone. So those are the 2 primary ways. We encourage everybody to use one of those 2. About 85% of the orders now are coming in via the web versus the phone.
So essentially, Dan and I are the caretakers of the tree drive right now. This tree drive started 15, 17 years ago, and Dan and I have now been doing it for 4 years. He has the hard part. He is the one who created the website. He gets all of the emails out to everyone and makes sure that the routes are coordinated. What people don't realize is that we have 6 trucks out, but we don't have them going here, there, and everywhere. Each truck has an assigned quadrant, and Dan does that part of it. He makes sure that everything, that database is as complete and perfect as it can be. I get the fun part. We listen to every call every night. We put the rest, all of those calls into the database and go from there. For my family, it's a family affair. Right now I have my 3 boys who are Eagle Scouts out on trucks. My husband's out on a truck. None of my boys are Scouts anymore. They come back because it's really fun. And we sit there the night before and we map out the routes that Dan has put together, and we're ready to go the next morning. So that's the logistics of actually getting the trucks out on the road.
As Scoutmaster for the troop, I'm responsible for the majority of the program that the Scouts participate in our weekly troop meetings. We've got a great group of volunteers who have worked to coordinate the tree drive event and make it easy for me to have a very simple responsibilities today of just driving a truck around with some Scouts and making pickups.
We've had a great turnout today, probably about 38 people total. If there was a volunteer who was not a parent, we would welcome them. However, the Boy Scouts have gotten very strict about what they call youth protection training. So there would be probably an online training that the person would have to go to before they could start volunteering with the troop.
If anybody needs bags to put the money in, you can do that here. We've got thank you notes. This is a little different this time. We're putting thank you notes in everybody's mailbox. Okay, so just run up, throw it in, okay? Instead of, and do it that way. Really, really nice thank you notes, thanks to Mr. Kenaway.
So at the start of the day, we're using the Hingham Girl Scout House as our headquarters for the tree drive, and we want to make sure that we acknowledge them for allowing us to use their facility for our headquarters as a central coordinating point. We all meet at the Girl Scout House at about 7:30 in the morning, and we're assigned a route of streets and neighborhoods to drive through, and we get our team together and hit the road.
So you guys are going to be going up and down Liberty Pole and all around there. Here is one copy of your list. Here is the second copy of your list and the map, okay? Now, truly, do you guys know Liberty Pole at all?
We know how to get lost very little.
Okay. See, that's the only thing. That's the only thing that it would have been really good with Ivan, because he knows it like the back of his hand, so he could have gone up and down. But that's okay. Yeah, we're gonna do. I've already given you the permit. Okay. You don't need one. You've got a regular car, right?
Yeah, I'll pick
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
And
taking
do
mine
that.
too, and he has Michael and his. Not that it matters.
Michael, and is Kevin Grady here?
He's not here.
Kevin's not here.
Yeah, no.
Okay, just take Michael. Then you got 3 Scouts. That should be good. Okay. You guys good?
Yep.
Go for it. This fundraiser is the one thing that we tell the boys is, mandatory, quote unquote, for them to participate in because of the need for all hands on deck. Now, we've never really had to push them to do that because so many of them think it's so much fun. But as an added incentive, we do provide donuts and hot chocolate to them in the morning. So when they come in here, it is like a feeding fest when they first get in, because we want them to be full of hearty calories and all in order to go out there and pick up those trees. Mr. Kenaway, every truck, if you can grab one of those signs that tells everyone what we're doing, okay? We are expecting snow to start by noon, okay? So we are trying to get as much as possible done before then.
And we have the cell phones of every adult, so whether they're driving a chase car or a truck, we can reach out to them. So communication comes in via email, Facebook, Twitter, our website, hinghamtreedrive.com, and we even ask people to mail their checks to P.O. Box 252, Hingham, Mass, if they don't feel comfortable leaving the money out on the tree.
Money in my car?
Yeah, that's fine.
So grab,
So you're gonna
And
have,
I'll work with Connor on
you're
that.
gonna have Connor. He'll be.
use him because he is a very good navigator. And that's the, okay, and that's
And
the,
we'll follow you. And truck keys and a permit.
okay, huh? Truck keys, you're in a 15-foot, okay? Who knows their way around, NR1 is North Street and then over toward World's End and everything and all. You just did it, right? Okay, okay.
It's a lot of work, but it's actually a lot of fun as well. And we have a very well-coordinated program. We get a list and a color-coded map so that we can navigate easily through town. We drive along, and hopefully the people on our list have left a tree out in the front yard or in the driveway, and we try as quickly as possible to pull up, grab the tree, get it in the truck, and leave a thank you note for the person whose tree that we're picking up. And usually they leave a donation attached to the tree in a plastic bag, and we collect those.
The donation is optional. We recommend $10. Some people are very generous and give a lot more than that, which is great. And a lot of our customers are elderly, so it's really not practical for them to dispose of the tree themselves. So we will actually go right into the house, take the ornaments off, not for everybody obviously, but for the elderly customers who can't do it any other way. Someone asked us if we would help set up their tree next year, and we said of course yes. But we do ask them to have it out by 8 a.m. It's just about 8:05 right now, and we already have all 6 trucks out on the road. So if someone has slept in and doesn't have their tree out, it actually causes problems, because then we'll have to double back and go back to that tree later in the day. So generally speaking, out by the street in a visible, obvious place, but we've had people say it's on my back porch, it's around behind my garage, and we will try to accommodate it whatever we can. Occasionally we'll be stumped and we just won't be able to find it. Today we're expecting to get some snow, so they might end up being buried under the snow, but we will do what we can. A scout is always prepared, and we usually find a way to get it done.
We have 5 or 6 trucks going today. Each truck would have a chase car following it along and a group of maybe 3 to 4 scouts. And so all totaled, there's probably about 7 to 8 people on a team, and we've got about 5 or 6 teams that are out. We're trying today to make as many pickups as possible. We're scheduled for 900 trees this weekend, and we're getting the very beginnings of what's supposed to be a pretty big snowstorm today. So we're trying to get as much done as we can before the weather comes in.
Typically we'll be out there from 8 o'clock in the morning until 3 or 4 in the afternoon, depending on how many trees we have to get. Last week we finished early. We purposely made it only a half day, and we picked up only about 200 trees that day.
In Hingham, as you know, we don't have trash pickup. Everybody brings their trash and all to the landfill, to the transfer station. And the big thing here is that if you need to get rid of your Christmas tree, you need to put it in your car, put it on your car, and tie it down and hope it makes it there. Fills your car with needles. It's a mess. It's a pain. We really fill that void. We pick up a huge portion of the Christmas trees in town. The transfer station really likes it because we also cut down on the number of trips going into the transfer station. And they save all these trees, they put them up top, and then they chip them up later on in the season, and then they use those for all the town properties throughout the spring and summer. We've got these trucks out there, and they're all varying sizes. And it's a point of pride with the boys as to how many trees their truck can take, okay, before they go to the landfill, okay? There's one truck that they've put 120 trees on a truck and trailer before they've gone to the transfer station. There are others that are smaller that can only take 20 or 30, but they're all very, very possessive of how many they can take. And because they always feel like it takes time away from picking up the trees if they have to go over there. But literally they'll bring them to the transfer station and they go up on the hill, and there becomes this huge mound and pile of Christmas trees. And the transfer station people are great. They know we're coming, we work with them ahead of time, and we're in and out pretty quickly.
And we'll empty out and we'll go back out on the road and make some more collections.
The friendships that people have made as a result of this over the years are incredible, and people will actually come back. Even after they've graduated out of Scouts and out of high school, they may be in college, they'll come home for the weekend, or maybe they're even graduated out of college, and they'll still come back to see the Troop 1 family. We think of ourselves as a family, and we love to do the community service. So I think my favorite part of it is probably the thank yous that people give us when they place their orders, or people even write us notes afterwards and say thank you as to how much it meant to them. I think we try to live by the Scout ideals, which would be, service to others, and we're very strong on community service. For example, the troop is at the Hingham Food Pantry every month, except for I think July and August. So I think the community service aspect of it is the most important in terms of giving the kids a way to give back in a small way, obviously. But we're going to save people countless trips to the dump and make sure that these trees get recycled in an environmentally responsible way.
I mean, being a Scout as a whole, I've learned a lot about, leadership. I've learned a lot about, how to teach younger kids. I made a lot of friends through Scouting, friends that I would never meet. I'd never meet a 6th grader as a junior in high school. And some people might discount that friendship because, the age difference, but ever go back and visit a teacher and I see that person, I say hi, and it makes my day, makes their day. And so, a lot of the friendships are really important. I'm an Eagle Scout now, so that's obviously helped me through a lot of things. It took a lot of hard work to get there, and I definitely grew from that experience. Definitely meeting new people and getting to know them better, because obviously you meet the whole troop at our meetings every week, but we try to mix up the trucks. We put older kids with younger kids and adult leaders with obviously driving the trucks. And it's an interesting kind of bond that you make. Those people become your best friends after that, because you've been with them the whole day, you've been working really well with them, built as a team. My brother is 2 years younger than I am, and he actually just asked me to be his project coach for his Eagle project, and I hadn't even thought of being that involved, but he came up to me and asked if I wanted to help him with his project, and that kind of touched me. And my dad's obviously, he was my project coach. He helped me through it. And even my mom, she wasn't, my dad was a Scout when he was younger, and my mom obviously was not. But she loves helping out with 3 Central and, getting to know all the parents and stuff like that, driving us to campouts and everything. So it definitely is a family thing, our family, though we're not as big as the Sullivan family, and definitely haven't had the impact that the Sullivan family has. I like to think that, we'll be involved in the troop for a while.
Aside from the fundraising impact and the benefits of that, it really is an awful lot of fun. And it's an opportunity for us to have all of our Scouts involved at some stage during the tree drive, as well as parents, and we build a lot of camaraderie through this. It's kind of strange. We do a lot of camaraderie building through our camping and hiking program as well, but there's a special kind of bond that we build through this activity, spending a day driving around and performing this service, and I think that's my favorite part of the whole thing.
We have enjoyed so much support from the community of Hingham, and it is just wonderful that if we miss a tree or we're early or someone wants it changed and all, everyone just understands, calls us, we all work together, and I've got to tell you, I can't say enough about how the town has just been so helpful. The transfer station people, the DPW people, our customers. So we thank everyone, and just we're really glad to be part of the community.